Hey friends, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Kaler's Aquatics. Just quickly here, I've got a new invert, which is a Green Tip Anemone, and I've drained most of the water out of this bag. I've had it acclimating for this to this large tank for about an hour. This is from my local fish store, and the last anemone I had in here, I think my tomato clowns really overworked that guy, so this is a replacement for them, and I'll let him get in and get settled. And he's a very healthy specimen. Took quite a while. Both of the fish store owners had to work with the anemone to detach it from its rock, and it was not an easy feat. So we will come back with it in a bit to see how it's doing, and I expect to see it right itself and to also see the tomato clownfish right there take possession of it and begin to host it. The other option is there's that hateful glare from keeping all those tanks, the little skunk clownfish, to take it. So we'll check in, if that's predictive. We'll check back in a little while, and I also have something else to show you in a bit. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes, 8 or 10 minutes. I'm just doing a quick check back in to see what's going on here. Yeah, it's obvious that the tomato clowns are going to claim this anemone and host it. That's the female, of course, the larger fish. The female's always the larger. And this is a pretty good size anemone. It's all scrunched up right now, and once it gets a footing there, and I'm sure it's glad to have them hosting it. I'll feed these guys later, and we'll see if they feed it. I'm sure they do take it some food, and we'll try to get that. But the other thing I was going to show you, let's take a look at that. Some of you may have seen a video that I did on a rainy Sunday 6-8 weeks ago, and it had some axolotls as well as mud skippers, and side by side in tanks, and I opted not to get the mud skippers because of the further research I did on them, and I really didn't think I wanted to spend that much time to take care of them, properly, and so of course I didn't want them if I couldn't. So, and I felt like the axolotls were overpriced, even though they were large and they were very nice. These guys came in at my local fish store today, and she said they're called wild blacks, so I don't know if their color will change. A little hard to see them. Get them out here in a bit, but they're kind of a gold black speckling, and they're adorable, of course. They're axolotls. Distinguishable because one is minus a front limb, so we'll get to watch that grow back out, hopefully. But yeah, let me get these guys out and in their room temperature tank and see how they like it. Alright, the little guys are out. They found each other, and I'm going to be doing some experimenting with this tank with the substrate. Of course, I've studied all about the size of pebbles to use, not to use, sand, all of those things versus bare bottom. So I'm going to experiment a little bit with this. But right now, it just has some of the very fine gravel, as well as some of the way too big gravel, I hope, for them to get in their mouth. A little bit of moss and so forth. Just a real basic tank. And just adding one thing at a time here till I see what they like, what they don't like. I don't have any aeration or flow of water or anything in here yet. I will have very shortly. Temperature is 68.7 in here. I just shot it before so we could make sure they're nice and cool. Again, this tank does not have a heater. This fellow's coming right up. This is the one with the missing limb, which I believe is just a little bit bigger. Other guys coming over too. So, fish fam, I'll be needing some names for these guys. Pretty easy to tell apart when you can find them on camera, they are. Definitely people friendly. He's about, I'm already calling the one with the 3 limbs. They're real thin, so I want to get them started on some bloodworms here post haste. But he's about 2 1/4 inches. The other one's a little bit smaller than that. And the smaller one that has all of its limbs kind of has a jacked up tail, a roughed up tail. I'm not sure if something bit it or, but you can see it's a little spangled up there. So they're very easy to tell apart. So I'm going to get off here and interact with these guys now, and I'll be giving an update on them soon. Oh, let's go check on our other fella. See you guys soon. So what's happened here is the anemone has moved itself, and it has begun to attach to the substrate in that rock, and the tomato clowns are thrilled to have an anemone. They lost theirs several weeks ago. I think they overfed it. I'm not sure, or gave it too much attention. So yeah, we'll be following this guy. Not to be confused with the soft corals that I'll be putting back in here soon. Alright guys, thanks for watching and listening to the rambling, and I'll be doing updates on these new guys soon. Appreciate it.